Why do you build me up? Buttercup, baby, just to let me down and mess me around, and the worst of all.
Okie dokie, guys. Welcome to another coaster analysis. This is your host, Gabriel from Coaster Plus Music 19, aka Mr. Earthing Man, aka the Inverted Rides Barefooter, and today I will be analyzing Jurassic World Velocicoaster coming to Universal Orlando's Islands of Adventure in 2021. And before we get started, I just want to give you a preview of what my in-depth thoughts are going to be for this coaster, and that is, man, oh man, is it going to be an awesome ride. And I want to point out something that a lot of people are saying about this coaster too, and that is that we've known that this coaster is coming for a while now. In fact, even before the announcement, because there has been several construction pics of this ride over the months before the announcement, and now we finally have an official announcement for this thing. And so anyways, let's just get started with this analysis, my dudes. So, for Jurassic World Velocicoaster coming to Islands of Adventure in 2021, we are looking at two intense launches. The first one is going to be, well, it's not going to be the coaster's exact max speed, but we don't know the speed for that one yet. But we do know the speed for the second one, which is the one right before the top hat. This one will be literally the coaster's max speed, which is going to be 70 miles per hour. And if you ask me which launch I think is going to be better, I think the second one is going to be better because it's going to be right before the top hat, and it's going to be the coaster's max speed too, which is absolutely lit. And yeah, so there is another thing I would like to say about Jurassic World Velocicoaster, and a lot of people say this when they talk about this coaster, and that is, this coaster looks stunning, man, and not just in Islands of Adventure skyline, but also Universal skyline as a whole. Like, my gosh, it already looks stunning. Look, the track work is done already. They still have to do the theming part to it, and once the theming is all done, oh man, this coaster is going to be fabulous and look fabulous too, like I just said. And it is especially gonna look fabulous at night. Like, my gosh, with the blue lights and everything fitting in with the blue sky, in my opinion, man, oh man, this coaster is going to look and be sweet. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see its appearance in videos and if I ever go there in person. And yeah. And I like the theming for this ride too. Like, my gosh, I know it's themed to Jurassic World, and I liked the movie itself when I first watched it, but I, for the longest time since I was a kid, have been a fan of prehistoric creatures, if you didn't know, and so I really like the theming of this ride. And yeah, and there is something good about Jurassic World Velocicoaster that I'd like to mention too, and that is, if you slow down the video right here, you will see a close-up of how the restraints are, and I think those restraints, in my opinion, look so cool. They're lap bars, but not just any lap bars, the El Loco style lap bars, which are the type of lap bars that I like, with number 2 being Candymoniums. But anyways, getting back to these lap bars are different from El Loco's lap bars. El Loco's lap bars don't have the bars at the end, but this does, and I think that's a cool feature to it. And I like Jurassic World Velocicoaster's trains in general too, and they're just really cool. And yeah. So now comes the time where I do the segment that I always do in every single coaster analysis, and that is talking about the good moments of this coaster, at least in my opinion. So my number one favorite element on this coaster is, of course, the top hats. And you know how much I love my top hats. You know, I think they look so freaking good on coasters, and Jurassic World Velocicoasters is no exception. Especially how it's gonna look in Universal Skyline in general. Like, oh my god, that is gonna look so cool. And so, anyways, my second favorite element on it is after the first launch, where it has that outer banked turn. That looks so cool, you guys. Like, oh my gosh. Like, that just looks cool. Like, I don't know why. And so, anyways, my third favorite element on this is that barrel roll over the lake. And I think it is so cool that this barrel roll is over the lake. And yeah. So, do I think this is a good fit for Islands of Adventure? Oh, you should know the answer by now. I think it's going to be a good fit for Islands of Adventure. No, it's going to be a perfect fit. And I know everybody else feels this way too. And they are absolutely excited for them. And I am excited for this thing too. Like, it's going to be the ultimate coaster when it opens. And people are saying when it's going to come down to what the best new for 2021 attraction in Florida is, that it's going to tie with Iron Gwazi when it comes to that. And I absolutely agree with them because this is just a perfect, action-packed, epically themed coaster. And Iron Gwazi is going to be like insane and stuff. And yeah, so one final thing I would like to say about Jurassic World Velocicoaster before I wrap up this analysis is that this is absolutely gonna give Islands of Adventure another launched coaster. And not only that, but something more extreme than Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure, which is what they already have. And it's going to be action-packed and well-themed, like I said earlier in the analysis. And yeah, so that is my analysis of Jurassic World Velocicoaster coming to Islands of Adventure in 2021. Be sure to reply to me your thoughts on this video, your thoughts on Jurassic World Velocicoaster. Are you excited as I am for it and as everybody else is for it? And I will see you in the next.